All right, next matchup. It is going to be, believe it or not on our board. I don't know what Xfinity's doing. I use their sports app as I film in front of a TV, which is ridiculous. But the sports app, they update it like every day. So some days the screen is black, other days it's gray. And just the formatting, the teams are side by side. And other days they're stacked, they're on top of each other. So don't really know what's going on with Xfinity. The formatting's whack, and they don't have Kansas, West Virginia on the board today. But anyway, my next game I'm going to cover, not on our big screen, but it is Kansas taking on West Virginia, 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off in that game. The Mountaineers are the 2-point favorite at home in Morgantown. Totals at 134.5. We saw a 1-point move toward West Virginia and movement upward on the total. The Mountaineers open as the 1-point favorite up to -2. Total of 134 up to 134.5. 58% are leaning Kansas, 59% shaded toward the under. We're looking at a West Virginia team who's failed to cover the point spread in 3 out of their last 4. Kansas on the other side, winners of their last 8 straight. Nice little winning streak for them. They're also 9-2 straight up away from home this year. They rank at the top 10 in the country in offensive field goal percentage. They're also giving up just 55 points per contest when they travel. Now Kansas, no surprise here, 70% to the under in their last 10. Meanwhile, 4 out of West Virginia's last 5 stayed under the total as well. I'm going to lean toward the road dog in this one. Give me Kansas +2 in the under 134.5 in that contest. Next game, Florida taking on Texas A&M. 8:30 Eastern tip-off in that game. The Gators are -5.5, total 125 and a hook. We saw a 0.5 point fade of Florida and movement downward on the total. The Gators open as the 6-point favorite, down to 5.5. Total open 126, down to 125 and a hook. 69% are leaning Gators, 63% shaded toward the over. And if you like the Gators in this matchup here, just keep in mind, they've lost 4 out of their last 6. They're also just 2-5 straight up as the official road team. Now Texas A&M on the other side, 8-4 straight up at home, top 30 in defensive field goal percentage. They're allowing 63 points per contest. Meanwhile, the Aggies 3-0 to the under in their last 3. Meanwhile, 2 out of Florida's last 3 games stayed under the total as well. I think this is a pretty good number for Texas A&M at home here. I think they should be able to keep it close. Might end up winning it outright. I'm going to lean Texas A&M +6 and the under 125.5 in that contest. Next game, Marquette versus Villanova, 8:30 Eastern tip-off in that contest there. Villanova open as the 4-point favorite, up to -5. Total open 146, down to 145. 59% are leaning Nova, 69% shaded toward the under. If you like Villanova in this contest, they are 10-2 straight up as the home team. They're also averaging 74 points per contest. Now Marquette on the other side, just 3-4 straight up as the official road team, and they're allowing 79 points per contest on average away from home. Now 6 out of Marquette's last 9 did get over the number. I think Nova should take care of business. They hit a little bit of a slump there, but this is the time of the year where they really start to turn it on, dial it in, and get focused. I'm going to lean Villanova -5 in the over 145 in that contest. All right, next and final matchup for the show. Another one that is not on our big screen in the back, and it absolutely should be. You are absolutely slacking Xfinity, although, the more I rip Xfinity, the more free pub they get, so I'll just ignore it. But anyway, Louisville taking on Georgia Tech, 8 o'clock Eastern tip-off in that game. I think it's a pretty good number for Louisville backers. Louisville open as the 5.5 point favorite, up to -6. Total open 138, down to 137. 69% are leaning Cardinals, 52% on the over. If you like Louisville in this matchup here, they are 7-2 straight up away from home this year. 21-3 overall for the year. They rank in the top 3 in shooting the 3-ball, top 40 in offensive rebounding. Now, a couple more things to add about this Louisville team. They rank in the top 15 in the country in defensive field goal percentage. They're giving up just 63 points per contest. Meanwhile, Georgia Tech on the other side, just 4-6 straight up in their last 10. They're averaging 65 points per contest on their home court, and they're shooting just 28% from downtown. on their home court as well. Now, Georgia Tech, believe it or not, 3-0 to the over in their last 3. They also went 5-2 to the over in their last 7. Meanwhile, 6 out of Louisville's last 8 got over the number as well. They are 6-3 to the over away from home. I'm going to lean Louisville -6 and the over 137 in that game. All right, guys, let's go ahead and dive into some shout-outs. Once again, brought to you by patreon.com/BrockPage, where we went 4-1 yesterday in our premium picks on that website. Shout out to Chris Kennedy, Ant Ruga, Tommy Zampetta, Square 707 Steam, Vernon Williard, Mrs. Jones, Sean Crawley from Johnstown, PA. Shout out to Brian Morton, CQP Underboss, Renisha Brown, Jermaine Thorns, Carlito Bambino, Ant Rod, Julian Dobson, Guardian Angel, Josh Fitness and Fun, John Rodriguez, and last but certainly not least, gotta give a shout out to the Rudy. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on Patreon. But most importantly, guys, I got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. Happy Wednesday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.